Let's start in a comfortable seated position, and we can begin this practice of lion pose, Simhasana, by chanting Om 3 times mentally or aloud. Om. Let's come to hands and knees, tabletop, and bring your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, and start doing cat-cow, and just tap into what feels right. Don't worry about syncing up with me at all. Just do your own intuitive cat-cow. And then when you're ready, you can wing the hand so that the fingertips point towards the body and lean back a little to feel a stretch in the wrists. And then release that, and then use the opposite hand, wing it towards the body, fingertips pointing the body, and lean back a bit. And then if you wish, if it doesn't feel too difficult, you can wing both hands towards the body and lean back. And now put the backs of the hands on the ground, and the fingertips are pointing each other, and just rock a little bit side to side. And release that, and now let the back of the hand be on the ground with the fingertips facing the body. And then try that on the other side for a few breaths, leaning back. And then both hands. Then you can shake that all off. And let's bring the knees wide apart, the ankles coming close together, and winging both hands so the fingertips pointing to the body, and we're setting up for lion. As you hold lion pose, with the fingers pointed towards the body, the knees wide, the ankles close together, start to reflect on the word lion. What thoughts and images come to mind? Lion. What do you think about when you hear the word lion? Let's take a little time to write down your key words and main associations with the word lion. Next, we will do the pose a few times, moving in and out of it. And I'll ask a question. You can do the pose in your own way, And then I'll give a little time for reflection and journaling. And make sure if you enjoy roaring in lion to add that to the practice. The first question is, a visible lion is not dangerous, but the hidden one may attempt a surprise attack. Do the pose with the idea of knowing the power within yourself. Is it camouflaged or masked? Do you pretend to be a lamb while a ferocious lion is roaring inside of you? So that's the question. Has many parts. You can focus on what speaks to you and just work through a lion a little bit and then journal. And then journal on that. Take a little time to journal on that. Let's move back into lion pose and let go of the journaling for right now. And the next question is, how do you express power? So go into lion pose, and in the back of your mind, you're exploring how do you express power. So let's practice. And if you want to take some intuitive movement, I'm doing some neck stretches, anything the body is calling for, feel free to do that as part of your lion exploration. At this point, you may want to go back to journaling. And when you come out of your journaling, the next question is, in what areas of your life do you fight like a lion to survive? And you can take any kind of intuitive movement the body is asking for. You might want to put the backs of the hands on the ground and point the fingers towards each other again and rock side to side. Or there might be some other kind of movement that you need to take in between these practices of lion. So let's get back into lion pose with the question of what areas of your life do you fight like a lion to survive? At this point, you may want to go back to journaling. Let's move back into lion pose and let go of the journaling for right now. And the next question is, how do you express power? So go into lion pose, and in the back of your mind, you're exploring, how do you express power? So let's practice. At this point, you may want to go back to journaling. Now let's let go of the journaling, and if you need more time, just pause the recording. And the last question is, words of wisdom resonate like a lion's roar. What voice within yourself do you give power to? At this point, you may want to go back to journaling. The lion is a symbol for the sun. And the sun is a symbol of the highest wisdom. If you wish, you can join me next in a series of sun salutations. Making these movements will invoke the light of wisdom. I'll share with you my favorite style, and then you can move along with me at your own pace, or do any sun salutation or intuitive movement your body is asking for. To transition from seated, come into tabletop, curl the toes under, and find yourself in downward dog, and then gently walk forward to a forward fold, and then slowly, using the core, come up to standing. Come to the top of your mat and bring your hands together at the heart center and focus on the sun. I like to do my first round of sun salutations slowly. You can decide how you would like to do your first round. Inhale, hands in prayer at the heart center. Exhale. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Retain the breath, knees, chest, chin, touch the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward, low lunge. Exhale, back foot meets front foot, forward fold. Root to rise, use your core, arms overhead. Maybe a slight back bend. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. And we can start again. Inhale, arms overhead, slight back bends. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back, knee to the ground, maybe you relax the foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold the breath, knees, chest, chin on the ground. Push through the gates of the shoulder blades, lift to cobra. And again, downward facing dog. Step the left foot through, low lunge. Back foot meets front foot, forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands to the third eye and the heart, and you're in Anjali Mudra, and you've finished one round. And now let's continue on your own. Use your own pace, doing sun salutations in whichever style speaks to you. And it's not even necessary to do sun salutations. You can do any other intuitive movement the body is asking for. And then when you're ready, you can come down to the ground in your way, in your style. And perhaps you take lion pose one more time before you lie in Shavasana. And if you need more time, just pause the recording. Swami Radha writes, in India, the lion is the supreme symbol of royal strength and majesty. This symbol of the lion, who is the king of the beasts, was also developed in Greece, where the king was called Lion, and other European royal families have used the lion in their heraldry as a sign of their strength. In the countries of North Africa, particularly in Egypt, the lion has been a pet and, of course, a great protector. This lion posture can help one to know the power within oneself, how it is camouflaged or masked, and the danger that arises from pretending to be a lamb when a ferocious lion is roaring inside. Simhasana is one of the only asanas in which a sound is made. In the roar of the lion, ferocity and strength are given expression, and the lungs and throat are cleared of all the choked back words and tears that many people hold unexpressed. The lion is unquestionably a powerful symbol, giving a message to those who sense that potential can be fulfilled by wise action. The seeds of wisdom are available to anyone who looks for them, and that knowledge might be offered by a teacher in proportion to the sincerity of the seeker. The lion is the symbol of the sun, and the sun in turn is the symbol of the highest wisdom, of consciousness beyond all expectation, leading to the light that is innate in that wisdom, and thereby representing a great power, like an atom that is freed from encumbrances. For the aspirant, the lion posture can be symbolic for gaining sovereignty over all the natures within. Now, after all this exploratory work, let's come out of Shavasana. You can begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Roll the wrists and ankles one way. And then switch directions. And perhaps you come over on your side in a fetal position, the position of rebirth and renewal. Take some breaths there. And when you're ready and there's no need to rush or hurry, you can come up to a seated position with the hands in prayer at the heart center, if that seems right. Thank you for doing all this great exploratory work with me, and thank you, Swami Radha, for these teachings.